Welcome to becoming unrecognizable. I packed everything that I could fit into my car and moved across the country to move in with my best friend. And I want to use this new place, new setting, new everything to become a better and new version of me. We know what we're supposed to be doing to be the best versions of ourselves. And I kind of fell down a little YouTube rabbit hole of the 6 months, becoming the best version of yourself in 6 months. And I really want to try that. So that's this video. Okay, so we've all had that feeling of new year, new me, and we want to change everything and do everything at once and become the best version of ourselves. Now, yes, I want to become unrecognizable, but I do want to do it in a way that is sustainable and where I don't spread myself too thin. So to do that, for the next 6 months, I am only going to focus on 3 areas. That's going to be my career, my health, and creative endeavors. There is the saying that I think goes something along the lines of, if you fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. And I don't want to do that. I want to plan. So the way I'm taking on this challenge is I'm gonna have some goals within each category. Then I'm gonna have habits that get me to those goals. Step 1, goals. This is like a template that I made for myself and my family. So 2026. These are supposed to be year goals, but for now I'm gonna focus on the next 6 months. I have the 3 categories here. We're gonna focus on career first. I've always wanted to become a scientist, and I follow most of the steps that get me there, like graduating high school, getting a BSc, getting an honors degree. And in South Africa it's kind of weird. You study for 3 years to get your BSc, and then you get an honors, and then you can do masters. And now I am at that point where I have to carve my own way. And even though I already kind of choose the direction I want to go by studying environmental science, it's still a very vague degree to study. And in environmental science, you can specialize into a lot of things. The goal for the career part is basically just going to be getting an idea for my master's degree. I do want to do my master's degree. This is kind of the next step into specializing and in a job market of where, like, I think 32% of people are unemployed. Just having a degree isn't going to be enough, and a lot of the jobs that I've seen in my field kind of requires you to have a master's. So the next step is to do a master's, but I can't do it right now, obviously, because I haven't signed in and things. But best next thing that I can do is get an idea for masters, do research on it. The career goal is, because I'm not doing anything specifically academic this year, I do want to keep my brain fresh. And so I want to do some workshops, volunteering, and because I'm volunteering I can like figure out what things I really like and don't like. But I am also obviously searching for a job right now because I just graduated. Yay! But that kind of means I am unemployed. So I'm living off savings right now. And even though it's scary, it is exciting at the same time. But I really have to focus on this part. Even though this is probably going to be the one with the least amount of goals, but it is going to be a main focus of mine. Now, the next category is health. Very self-explanatory. I think this is always a goal or category for everybody. Every single new year is to be healthy. These are going to be like numerical goals, but I do want to focus more on the habits that I'm going to talk about later. So for this one, I want to lose 10 kgs. No, I want to lose 10 kgs. 10? Yes, it's realistic to lose 10 in 6 months. And the thing I really want to focus on is running and like getting faster, because I am currently such a slow runner. So I think do a 10k under 60 minutes. That's realistic, because I think my 10k time is like 75 minutes. So if I can like shave off 15 minutes, really realistic. Then a difficult one, do a 21k in under 120 minutes. So doing a 21 half marathon under 2 hours. My current best time for a 21 is 2 hours and 45 minutes. So that's a much more difficult goal to achieve, but very realistic. I think the biggest one of them all is to run the Cape Town Marathon. I hope that's not right. Marathon. Is that how you spell marathon? I believe so. So run the Cape Town Marathon. Now, I wanted to run the Cape Town Marathon last year in 2025, but unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know. I'm gonna say unfortunately, it didn't happen. So was I prepared? Yes. Was I gonna finish under 6 hours? I don't know. So I'm kind of, I don't want to say glad that it got cancelled, but I am relieved that I get another chance to do better. So that is my biggest goal, I think, for my health, is to actually complete marathon. And then creative endeavors, the one that I am most excited about. Just like how I've always wanted to be a scientist, I've always known that I am quite a creative person. I remember, I think it was like 8 years old, maybe second grade, I kind of finished my first story, like writing my first story. It was about a mouse or something. It was probably like 3 pages long, but I was so excited that I finished a story. I read it to my parents, and over the years I kind of, the writing became less and less. I started writing, and even before finishing a chapter I stopped. And on the more artsy side, the figure painting turned into painting it on my walls, but that only happened once, and it took me 3 years to complete that wall. And it's time to put time, effort and consistency into my project to see what they can actually become. Okay, so what I want to do is complete the outline of story. Because I have like multiple stories that I want to write, and some of them can actually be combined, and I want to see if that actually, if I'm gonna combine them, if I'm not gonna combine them, and I just want to have an outline and see if it's gonna work. Otherwise I'm just gonna write them as all individual stories. So talking about individual stories, I want to complete, how do I spell that? Royalty first draft. I obviously don't have a name for it yet, and that's why it's called royalty. I hope you can guess what it is about. But like I said, I've already like written some of it. I think I'm 20,000 words into it, but that's barely scratching the surface. So I really want to focus on actually getting a first draft done, and maybe getting my friend to read it and being like, no, you're a shit writer, give up, or oh my goodness, this is okay, continue focusing on it. So I want the first draft done. On the other side of creative things is sharing my creativity, because I am a hyper independent person and I don't like being judged or criticized, which is a bad bad feature, not feature. It's something I have to work on. And for that, to happen is I have to share and then be open to criticism. And what better way to share them on the internet? So I want to start a YouTube channel, and if you're seeing this video, then yay, I can technically tick this off. but like, I don't have a goal for subscribers because obviously this is my first video. I don't know anything about how well subscribers are gonna do, and I don't like numerical goals that much, especially when it's something that I can't specifically control. So what I want to do is post one video every week. That's something that I can control. It's a numerical goal, but it is something that is within my control. I think that's our goals for these 3 categories. Okay, so step 2 is habits. Now I want a way to track those habits, and that is what this is for, and I kind of needed a table to do this on. So we're in my kitchen because I don't have a desk yet. That's coming next week. So what is this, you ask? This is a A4 journal with like the little cute boxes instead of normal paper. Now at the end of last year, literally a couple of days before I moved, I saw this video from I think his name is Dominic Hart, and he has this habit tracking system where you use one of these journals and you write the month at the top like that, and then you start on the left page at the bottom and you number the days of the month. So January has 31 days. Okay, like that. So I numbered it. And on this side, where you numbered it, you're gonna write one win every single day. Or maybe it can be a gratitude journal and you can say the things that you're grateful for that day, or the one thing that you're grateful for that day. I'm gonna use it as the wins. I'm the type of person that feels like in a week I haven't done anything, and so this would kind of be like evidence for myself that you did do something every single day. But now here to this side, you're gonna write all the habits down that you want to do, and then you're gonna track it, and then here at the bottom you're gonna draw a graph, and that's kind of gonna visually show you how much or how many of your habits you did that day. I first have to decide how many habits that I want to do and which habits I want to do. So for the category of career, I have 2 habits that I want to do. I want to do a worksheet every single day, like math, physics, biology, anything just to keep my brain active academically, because I'm not gonna go to uni this year, and it kind of feels like I'm a weirdo and I'm missing math. I haven't done math in like 4 years, or like proper math in 4 years, and I miss it. I'm a nerd like that. So I want to do some worksheets to keep my brain active and to see how far I develop backwards, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the matric math that I did in my final year of high school. Then the other thing in career is I want to read a scientific article every single day, especially in the field that I want to go into as a scientist. So if I really find an interest, or I find a gap or something like that in the literature, that's something I can pursue. Okay, then for health, it's gonna be most of my habits, I think. And for that, I wanna eat whole foods. I want to drink my vitamins and minerals every single day, or my supplements. Another easy one that I forget to do is drinking a lot of water. So I think 2 liters of water. I barely drink any right now, so drinking 2 liters every single day will definitely hydrate me more than I currently am. And then the obvious one is the workouts. I have to work out every single day, and active rest, so going on a walk, is a workout in my brain. I just have to consciously decide to move my body. That can be dancing in my room. That can be going on a 15-minute walk. I just have to consciously decide to move my body every single day. And then creative endeavors. Okay, so I have like goals, but I have like 2 main things. It's writing and it is content creating. So I want to write at least 30 minutes a day, and that can be just like not necessarily words on a page, but that can be editing the book, it could be creating characters, it could be creating the map for the story that I'm in. But it's 30 minutes focused on my writing, and then 30 minutes focused on my content creating. Because like, if you're already doing 30 minutes, you might as well do more. So that's kind of the thought process behind 30 minutes. And if I can't do 30 minutes, let's say it's a day that I'm very busy, then I obviously just don't do that habit. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 habits that I want to track for myself. 9. Okay. We have the 2 graphs, so these are the habits that I want to do, and then I'll like check them off as I do them, and these are tracking like how many of those habits did I do in that day. Technically, today is the 4th of January. I felt like starting on the Monday would be better for me, because then I gave myself a couple of days to focus on moving in and things, and after the New Year's, giving myself some time to rest. So there are some things that I did in the past 4 days that I will check off and then show you how it works, but most of them I obviously didn't do, and now from the 5th I will really try and do all of these habits. So this is currently how it's looking, and then for each day you're gonna count it up. You kind of make little dots, I don't know if you can see that, and then at the end of the month I'm gonna draw a line between the dots, and then you can see your progress. Okay, but this is gonna make it easy and quick to track all of my habits, and I think that's all we have to do for today. Now tomorrow I'm gonna officially start with this 6-month challenge, so it's the 5th of Jan that I'm officially starting this, and hopefully you'll follow along and hit that subscribe button and see how much I change in the next 6 months. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.